Hello friends, welcome to the BI Courses YouTube channel. Today we will try to understand the architecture of Microsoft Power BI tool. Let's dive in. By the end of this video, we will have a basic understanding of Power BI architecture. We would be able to answer not just the components of the tool, but the functionalities of its parts along with answers like where Power BI as a tool sits in the business intelligence process within an organization. Here is the very basic architecture of the Power BI tool. The most integral part of the architecture is Power BI Desktop, which is used to connect to different data sources, transform the data, model data, and build visualizations. Once the business intelligence report is ready, the same is published over Power BI Service, which is also known as Power BI Cloud. Power BI Service is SaaS, software as a service, and can be accessed through any browser. Power BI gateways help to keep the report up to date by having data refreshed securely from backend data sources on the cloud version. Once the reports are published on the Power BI service, they can be easily accessed by intended users through any desktop or mobile device. Let's see each one of these in a bit detail. Talking about data sources, the platform has native connectors for various data sources including flat files, databases, online applications, services, etc. In the Power BI desktop, one can set up the data source from the Get Data option. Upon clicking More, we will find an array of data sources categorized by their type. Power BI can connect to almost all types of data sources one can imagine. Once we successfully connect to a data source, then using Transform Data button on Power BI desktop, Power Query window can be launched or invoked. The interface allows us to choose specific data we want to extract and apply various transformations. This way, we can clean our datasets by removing unnecessary columns and data inconsistencies. Power Query works on a language known as M code. All the transformations we do get applied as steps on a particular table or query. Talking about Power Pivot, it's a powerful data modeling tool in Power BI Desktop that helps build data models, establish relationships between tables, and create different types of DAX objects, which can be calculated columns, measures, or calculated tables. We can access it by clicking the Model view on the left-hand side of the Power BI Desktop GUI. Power View. It refers to the data visualization options offered in Power BI. We can use the Power View to display our data using charts, graphs, maps, and other visuals to understand trend and eventually build a business intelligence report. We can find a variety of visuals in the Visualizations pane in Power BI Desktop. Also, third-party visuals can be downloaded and used, which might be Microsoft certified and subject to purchase if required. Finally, the Power BI service or the cloud version of Power BI. The reports published from Power BI Desktop can be accessed in Power BI service. It enables admin or author of the report to share reports online with others and access insights from anywhere through a web browser. Further, the architecture of the Power BI service can be divided into two parts: front-end cluster and back-end cluster. The front-end cluster, it's the interface that works between the back-end cluster and the client. When I say client, it's web or mobile app to authenticate the user to Power BI service. Coming to backend cluster, this contains the data, visualization, report, and handles all user interactions. It uses Microsoft Entra ID to manage the identities of logged in users. Last but not the least, the gateway acts as a bridge between Power BI service and on-premise data sources. It's helpful when we publish a report directly connecting to our on-premise data source that require user authentication. We can download, install the Power BI Data Gateway on the computer where data is stored. There are two types of Power BI gateways. Number one, personal, and number two, enterprise. Enterprise Data Gateway is installed on the data server serving in a organization. The Power BI Data Gateway is used in the configuration of a data source within Power BI service to get the data refreshed and stay up to date with the latest changes. Alright folks, so today we saw the architecture of Microsoft Power BI tool and what different components of the tool facilitate. In upcoming videos, we will learn about the Power BI connections, where we will see different connection types and a live demonstration of Power BI connecting to a data source like SQL Server or flat files. Before you go, please press the subscribe button to stay up to date. See you in next tutorial video. Thank you.